Hello students, wanted to finish up our discussion on the cutting board today. Last time I lasered a skull, a chief's skull, and I routered a chief's skull. So today we're gonna epoxy it, and then next time I'll show you where I've sanded it and put on the finish and show you how it looks. Got a lot of sanding to do on this one as well. So I've got my two-part epoxy here. I am going to dump the one part into the second part and start the chemical process of them bonding together. As you remember, last time I did this, I told you about having to use graduated cups to get exactly equal parts. The trick is to get one part out of the other cup, out of this cup into the other cup without spilling any or making a mess, because if you don't get it all out or you spill some, then they're not equal parts anymore, and it will not harden. It will ruin your project basically. So trying to get as much out of this as I can. I use the edge of the stick to scrape the edge of the cup, and then I swipe it on the other cup. These sticks are kind of flimsy, so it creates a bit of a challenge. And they're also rounded on the end, which means it's a bit of a challenge to use it as a scraper on the bottom of the cups. So just continuing that process until I'm not seeing much more come out. That ought to about do it. Once I get all that I can out of the one cup, then it's a matter of stirring for 2 minutes. I'm looking at the clock here. Oh, my clock doesn't have a second hand. That's no good. All right, so I'll go at least a minute past the 7. While I'm stirring this, let me show you what I'm doing today with the laser. I am making a plaque for each teacher according to what college they went to. So Miss Palmer went to Wichita State, the Shockers. So she's getting a plaque. I've cut the blanks out, cut it to size, routed the edges so it'd be nice and rounded, sanded it. I also routed the keyhole in the back. So the thought is each teacher in the ACE Academy will be able to have a plaque in their room showing where they went to college. So working on that as well. I had to create that graphic for the plaque in Corel Draw, which was a challenge for me. It's very different from a CAD software. You know, I've done a lot of CAD work in my day, using Revit, using Inventor, Fusion 360, and the latest CAD product or CAD program was Onshape, all of them used for computer-aided drafting. So now I'm getting familiar with Corel Draw, because it's a software that speaks to the software for the laser. You can upload it into the laser software, and then it can read the drawing and burn it. All right, I've got about 2 minutes of stirring here. If you remember, you can't really stir it too much. If it's not stirred thoroughly, then it won't harden as well. If you go too much, then sometimes it will really warp the cup and you know, you'll feel the heat, but I don't think it's an issue with your pour. All right, so that's about 2 minutes. I'm going to get it into the new cup. Remember the process? It's got to be thoroughly stirred, exactly equal amounts. So a way to get it stirred better is to pour the two equal amounts into a cup, stir it thoroughly, then get it out of that cup into another cup. And the process of pouring it into the new cup also does a good job of mixing it. Told you last time we were ruining a lot of projects, and I called the company in California to find out what we were doing wrong, and this is the process that they recommended. Okay, so I get it all out of this cup. I'm hoping I got my GoPro so you guys can see clearly what I'm doing. Looking forward to the opportunity of you guys being here at school and doing this process. I think you'll have a lot of fun customizing your projects. Okay, so that's trash. I get a new stick and I am ready to stir this for 1 minute. We're going to add our colors. This is a Chiefs logo in the middle, right? So I'm going to go with Chiefs colors. This is the first time that I'm using, first time that I've shown you guys, I'm using opaque colors rather than the translucent colors over there. Remember, the translucent you can see through, where the opaque is solid, cannot see through it. So we're going with all opaque today. Some white, some red and black, Chiefs colors and Wyandotte colors. Gonna put some metal flake in it as well, some golden metal flake, since they are the world champions, right? My alarm's going off over there. I must be missing something. I hope I'm not missing a class. All right, so I've got my 4 ounces here. I'm gonna put some in each of the cups and then the colors. So I gotta decide. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking maybe white for the KC. No, I'm gonna go red for the KC, and then the white and the black for the skull. I don't know. I think that'd look just fine. All right, so I'll pour the red KC first. Okay, so here we go. I need enough for each of these. So the red for the KC, I won't need a whole lot. Okay, most of what I'm gonna need color-wise, let's see what I've got here. I've got about 3 ounces left, so I need about 1.5 ounces of each. That ought to do it. Close enough, right? Okay, so these are acrylic colors. And if I remember right, no more than 1/10 of the volume, okay, is what they say. So that should be plenty for the red. You put too much and it won't harden. Okay, then I'm gonna go white in this one. Kind of chunky white. Okay, that should be plenty. And black in this one. I think I need to get some more paint. These are getting kind of drying up on me, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. All right, so mixing them, and then it's the pour. Wish I had you here to help me. I'm hoping I didn't put too much paint, too much acrylic into the epoxy to make it come out soft. It's a guesstimate on that part, right? All right, so there's my white. Here's my red. Scraping the side of the cup, scraping the bottom, going back and forth, round and round, making sure it is thoroughly mixed. Give me the best opportunity for this thing to harden. I'm going to grab another stick. I don't like looking at my black there. It's way up on the stick, and I'm afraid some of it won't get mixed. All right, so there's that one. I'm gonna go mix that and stir with a clean stick.